the meeting to order, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item number 3 on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Whoa, who was that? Post?
And then Miller seconded.
Okay, excellent. You all sound the same. Motion carried. Number 4 on the agenda is the reorganization of the board. First up is the election of a chairperson for 2026. Does anyone have a motion for an appointment that they would like to make?
I would like to nominate Sean Hostler for that position.
I have a motion for an appointment of Sean Hostler made by Kelly Vanderwall.
Second.
Second made by Larry Jensen for the appointment of Sean Hostler to the chairman of the board. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Mr. Hostler, the meeting is now yours.
All right, number B on the agenda, action to appoint a vice chair for 2026. Do I have any nominations?
I would like to nominate Commissioner Vanderwall. Vice.
I have a nomination for Vanderwall in a second. Any other nominations? We'll close them. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations. Number 5 on the agenda is invitation for a citizen to schedule time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. There is a 5-minute time limit per person. Anyone wanting to speak during this agenda item must sign in prior to the start of the meeting. No commission action will be taken during the agenda item. Any requested action items may be scheduled for a future meeting date. And I do not believe we have anybody signed in. Number 6 on the agenda, consent agenda items. This includes the minutes, travel and education requests, personal action items, cellular authorizations, and human services reports. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Go and call the roll, please.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, number 7 on the agenda, routine business, approval of the claims.
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Letter B, department head reports. We'll start off with Highway Department.
Good morning. Well, luckily, Mother Nature's kept it pretty quiet out at the highway shop. We've been working on some tree removal. Kind of started south of town, and we're going to be working our way around the county with the nice weather we have. And secondly here, January 27th at 2 p.m., we're going to be talking about opening our annual bids. That advertisement here will be sent out at the end of the week, and we'll be getting our annual bid process going.
All right.
Brian, I was going to ask, when we go to that, do you have like inventory totals that we have in inventory?
Yeah, hold on one second. Currently, for our inventory at Barb's Park, 3/4 inch gravel, we have about 2,500 tons sitting down there. That's at the S curve at 77 and County Road 12. Chip rock, we have around 500 ton. Millings and gravel mixed, about 1,500 ton. P-rock, 3,000 ton. Oversized riprap, 750 ton. The corner over there on Everest on 34th Avenue, oversized riprap, red rocks, about 3,700 ton. Oversized riprap natural is 2,000 ton, and then black clay, we've got about 5,000 ton. Davis pit, located by the Lindy Dairy, 3/4 inch gravel, right around 14,000 ton. Skyview, we have 9,000 tons sitting on the ground over there. Sandbox up on Highway 30, 3/4 gravel, we have 1,000 tons sitting there. Millings gravel mixed, about 3,500 tons, and clay, about 5,000 ton. And then Bruce Shop, black clay is about 4,000 ton. And the main reason we keep a lot of that stuff around is in case of emergency. I know there's been questions in the past, why won't we buy gravel every year? Well, if I have it sitting on the ground, I don't need to buy it, we've already paid for it. We do try to keep those stockpiles on the ground right around 3 years. Have them used up by then so they don't start growing up with vegetation. The pits that we do have gravel in, we do have an agreement right in the bid packet that says we can let it sit there for a period of 3 years. We usually have it used up by then, and then we'll have to buy new. And this year we're probably going to be looking at buying some additional gravel. Obviously P-rock for our chip seal projects we buy on a yearly basis. And then the other part of the annual bid is our contractor services. If I put that in there mainly for the pure and simple fact, if we do have an emergency and I would have to hire a contractor, we know their price. We can hand that to FEMA, and it's all set in place. Not saying that we would need those services, because we hope we don't have an emergency, but a lot of the times that's what we do with annual bids and services for, so we have that set in place.
Thank you.
Any questions on anything else on the annual supplies and materials bid?
Brian, could you make a copy of that and send it to me?
Yes. And this was taken around in November. Obviously, we haven't used any material, so it's fairly accurate depending on the moisture.
Only reason I ask is just so I get a better understanding of how that works. So,
Sounds good.
And when you do your annual bid, you may do, say, 30,000 ton north half the county, south half the county,
Yep.
and those would be the purchase of 30,000 ton in that area.
In that area, depending on where we're going to have a project, we might specify more in one area. Sorry, the mic cut out. We may specify more material on one side of the county than we would the other, just based on proximity to the projects we're going to be working on. And then to follow that, the reason I do the annual supplies and materials bids first is we do hire our chip sealing done. And as part of that bid for our chip seal, the contractors have to pay excise tax on the material we use. So the road oil, the rock, they have to pay an excise tax. So we need to have a price set in line prior to bidding those projects, so they know what they're gonna have to pay for excise tax. So that's why you don't see any of the actual projects on the ground being bid until we get the annual supplies and materials bid complete.
All right, very good. Anything else for?
Good information, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Sheriff?
Morning.
Good morning.
Just a quick overview of the jail is that the present time, we have 35 inmates. 21 of them are our inmates, Brookings County charges. The U.S. Marshal Service, we have 16 in there from the U.S. Marshal Services, one from Dual County, one from the Flandreau tribe, one from Kingsbury, one from Hamlin. So numbers are down, which is good. I guess that means that our crime is down, hopefully. And so, but that can change at any time. And with 24/7, that's still down too, that I've talked about in the past too. There's 93 participants in the 24/7, and we've had as many as 170 in there in previous years. So I mean, that's down too. But that area still stays busy because there's 39 that are on PBT that come in twice a day. So that's 78 that come in. And then there's 6 on remote breath, 6 on scam. There's 22 on UAs, and they come in twice a week to give a sample and stuff. So that area always stays busy. Also, just what I'll probably do is probably at the next meeting is I'll probably do more of an end of the year report and then compare from the last 3 years on statistics, but just a little bit from last year to this year in 2024. For inmate days in 2024, it was 18,949, and inmate days in 2025 was 20,335. So we were up 1,306 more inmate days than last year. Also, the calls for service is that in 2024, our calls for service was 6,664, and in 2025, our calls for service was 7,955. So that's up. So we had 1,291 more calls for service that the deputies handled. Also, on our daily population in the jail, in 2024, it was 51 inmates, and in 2025, it was 55 inmates, so that went up. But what I'll do a 3-year, get more in-depth in it, probably the next meeting, and I just thought I'd give you a little tidbit there, so we continue to stay busy. So anyway, other than that, New Year's Eve was good, and we've not had any bad weather, so we're got to knock on wood. I'll probably do myself in now when I say, but the variable speed has kicked in a couple times. It's been as low as 40 miles an hour. That one time we had a lot of ice and stuff, and that kicked in at 40, and then it's been come down to 70, and so that is working. So anyway.
Who sets that?
Who sets that?
Who sets that speed limit when that changes?
It's out of Aberdeen. There's a guy that controls that. And
somebody here makes that call, obviously.
What's that?
Somebody here locally? I mean, the guy in Aberdeen's.
Well, what they do is they get the data from they can tell when the cars start slowing down. So when the traffic starts slowing and everything else, and then they can, and that's when they went down to 40 because the cars were creeping on that one ice when we had 100% ice out there. So it tracks all that, and so the cars were starting to slow down, and then the weather and the conditions, and then whoever, so then they make it. Then they have a scale on where they put that speed limit.
Do they have that on other parts of the interstate? Are you aware of? I've not seen that before. Are there any other areas on the interstate where they do that?
I'm not aware of any. It starts in Moody County, about at Highway 34, and then goes not quite to Dual County. So it's all, a little bit in Moody County, and then most of it's in Brookings County. But that's where their statistics is. That's when the Highway Patrol has their statistics, it shows that there's a lot of accidents and so forth in the Brookings County area, from especially in that Moody County bridge area, just coming into Brookings County and so forth. So.
Okay.
I'm sure there probably maybe I'm not aware of any place else that has the variable speed, so I apologize for some reason I'm not picking you when you're talking, Dave. I apologize.
No worries.
I'm used to someone yelling at me, see, so I always hear that. So other than that, unless you have some questions.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you, Marty.
Yep.
Finance.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tax bills hit residents' mailboxes yesterday, so we're popular. And if you have a mortgage and you've got one, it's a bill for your reference. You can just keep that. Your mortgage company will contact us for the tax amount that they need to be paying. Also, if you get a tax bill, and you have sold that property, contact your closing agent, as they will have the information on who was credited and who needs to be paying those. And sometimes they have that money that they will then apply. So that's that. I wanted to point out a couple of, Stace, do you have control of the, a couple of the tax programs, disabled vet and surviving spouse property tax exemption. These are due to the Director of Equalization by November 1st, and you only have to apply for this program one time. It is not a yearly thing. And then we have the big changes this year in the senior citizen and disabled tax freeze assessment. The big change was the valuation criteria. It went up to $514,500. So that's a big jump. And then they also did raise income limits, roughly $15,000. Single household income is $56,595, and a combined household income is $66,885. So those are two of the programs that we see used in our county. I expect a lot more activity with this senior citizens program now, with those changes in value of the home and income. So questions on that can come to the finance office. And that is a yearly program. You have to apply for that every April.
Do you have any ideas how much more participation we're going to have in that program?
No, not really. Okay, and then I've got one more, Stace. And I will post the information on our website and our Facebook page. So it is also election time. We're starting full swing in our office, and one of the first things of the year we do is publish this notice of deadline for filing nomination petitions for both the primary election and independent candidates. This tells what positions are open for the election, and it also tells the deadlines that they are due. If you're running a partisan ticket, they are due March 28th. If you're running independent, it would be April 28th, March 31st, excuse me, and April 28th. Just to highlight some of the positions, county commissioner race, we have 3 openings to run for. They are 4-year terms. Commissioner Jensen, Hostler, and Vanderwall have terms that expire this year. We have the county sheriff position that's open to run for, and this is a 4-year term. We have the county finance officer position to run for. This will be a 2-year term with a 4-year term following. We have the register of deed position that's open to run for, and that is also a 4-year term. We have the coroner, that is I believe a 4-year term. We have a Republican delegates to the state convention. We have precinct committee men and women for the Republican Party. And there's also other district and state positions listed in here. Petitions for these can be obtained at the finance office. You can go online to the Secretary of State's office or stop in there personally and peer. And we will publish this twice in the local papers this month, and then also I will have this on our county website and our Facebook page. Any questions?
Anything else for Lori?
Just one thing to add to that notice of deadline. I did add Conservation District Supervisor. There are 2 positions open, so I did update that, so that will get included in when we publish. It's not listed on Lori's right now, but it will be updated and sent out to the papers.
All right.
Can you explain the 2-year finance
Sure.
deal to the 4-year?
You weren't expecting that one, I know. When an elected official decides to retire, if they retire at a time that allows that position to go on to that coming year's election ballot, that's what is supposed to be done. I do expect to leave office this coming year, sometime between tomorrow and January 1st of 2027. I spoke with Secretary of State's office and with Dan on this, and I will provide, of course, written resignation with plenty of time when I figure out when that's going to be. This allows that position to get filled and then get back on its normal cycle on the 4-year rotation. This is also how I came into office with the 2-year and then the 4-year, so.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wow,
That it.
exciting time, huh?
I've been here since 1990, so my use by fresh date has come and gone, I think.
All right.
Good.
Anything else for Lori? Thank you, Lori.
Good, thank you, Lori.
Bob with County Development.
Good morning, Happy New Year.
Morning.
Morning, Bob.
First thing I got is, at the last meeting, there was a question about Fund Item 226-4222-4293, disaster recovery. You asked the question, Commissioner Miller specifically, and that $14,260 out of that fund was for our pre-disaster mitigation plan. That we had the fund, and then we get reimbursed, and then that goes into the general fund, not back into that. So that's where that money went
Yeah.
to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We've had, we're working on the Big Sioux River drainage project, and our contractors sent out some correspondence. Each commissioner should have got a letter from them to ask for replies, and they also sent letters out to the surrounding neighbors, and they're starting to get some of those back. So some of the correspondence is, it's going to require some discussion. So I'm want to determine, do we want to have a meeting, or when would you like to have a drainage board meeting so we could discuss that? You want to have it after a regular county commission meeting in the future, or
That's typically what we do with Drainage Board, is we just add it, we just adjourn as the county commission, reconvene as the Drainage Board, and have it just as part of a regularly scheduled Tuesday. So we can do that whenever,
And it needs to
whenever
be in
you,
enough-
Bob, are ready to.
you know, we need to do it in enough time so we can notify all the people that sent letters. Some of them saying that they haven't been aware of some of the meetings we've had, so we don't want to have it maybe next meeting, but maybe the meeting after, so we can get all the notifications out.
I was going to ask, Bob, do you think, how long would you put out there for responses? So maybe not next meeting, but the meeting after?
You know, maybe the first meeting in February, if Commission Director Stephenson thinks that we can fit it in.
Okay, we'll schedule that for that time then.
Okay, thank you. Our next PPCC meeting is this Thursday, January 8th, and that's 12 o'clock over at the hospital meeting room. And then on Brookings Day at the Capitol, I do plan on driving county vehicle out, but I do not stay for the evening events. I need to, number one, my vehicle's got a radio in case I need to be called back, and I just don't like to stay late at night over in Pierce. So if anyone wants a ride going to the Brookings Day at the Capitol from the county, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share the ride. And that's all I have this time. Any questions?
Anything for Bob?
Thank you.
Hey, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
All right. Moving on, we do not have a number 8 scheduled agenda item. Number 9, regular business. Letter A, first reading of ordinance 26-01, an ordinance providing for the adoption of the 2021 International Building Code and 2021 International Residential Code. This is the first action, first reading only. Note the date and time of the second reading is Tuesday, January 20th at 9 a.m. Moving on to number B. Action to approve Resolution 2601, a resolution setting pay for election officials in 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, letter C, action to approve Resolution 26-02, resolution setting vote center locations for countywide elections. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
The only comment I would have to make is that we are switching up the location in Bruce. In the past, we've typically held the elections at the Bruce Community Room, which is just off their City Hall building. We've outgrown that space, and they hold a lot of their meetings there. So we are going to go up the street just north, about a half a block, and we're going to utilize their community club, which is a beautiful space, and it's going to work very well for us. And they have been using their new club center for a lot of different events, and so we'll just have to make sure that we communicate that to the residents there in Bruce, and I don't think that we'll have any issues, and we'll definitely make sure that we post something at the old location that we're no longer there to go to the community club, and that is where they can go vote. Otherwise, the rest of the locations are the same as they were in previous years.
All right. Any other comments? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, letter D, action to approve Resolution 26-03, resolution setting meeting pay and per diem rates for volunteer county boards in 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter E, action to approve Resolution 26-04, a resolution establishing hours of operation for the Brookings County offices. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
This just updates, really the only changes to the weed and pest department. Updates that information.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter F, action to approve abatement 25-16, an abatement application made by Courtney Shine for parcel number 40999-00005-030-00 in the amount of $218.54 plus a Brookings City special assessment of $1,781.24. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter G, action to approve Agreement 26-01, the 2026 Roberts County Jail bed per diem contract. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments? Sheriff?
It's a renewing contract, so we can use that as a backup. It's a little less money That's why we did a contract with Beetle County too.
Okay.
And also it's a backup.
Did this go up at all?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Jensen?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Post?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Hassler?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter H, action to approve Agreement 26-02, a juvenile detention center agreement between Brookings County and Beetle County. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments?
Again, this is the second year. We have not used Beetle County. We have used Roberts County, but we've not used Beetle, so that's just another backup for us if we do need juvenile services.
Kind of juvenile service across the border going up, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still cheaper than Sioux Falls.
Yes. Yes. Any other comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Post?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Hassler?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter I, action to approve Agreement 26-03, an election agreement for Brookings County. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments?
This is a result of a meeting we had with the Brookings City and Brookings School District on what we were going to charge or how we were going to go forward with the elections after the recent law change. This is a result of that, and we need your approval on this agreement so that we can then proceed to give it to entities that want to take part in an election with us. It is kind of a blanket agreement that would work for any of the entities. They would all get this same agreement. We would just fill it in. And so once we get approval from you on this, we will proceed to give it to those entities that wanted to combine elections so that their boards can then act on it.
Okay. Any other comments, concerns? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Post?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Hassler?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter J, action to approve Agreement 26-04, a short form of agreement between the Brookings County Highway Department and Banner Associates, Inc. for design and bidding services for SN 06-153-200. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments?
These few agreements that you guys are gonna see here are for design-ready bid packages for these three structures, which would make us eligible to be able to apply for a replacement grant in January of 2027.
Okay.
I see the rates on the hours of service vary quite a bit. Is that just depending on the,
I think it's the complexity of the structure and who they have to have involved.
and all these rates are pre-approved by the DOT or the state?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other comments? Questions?
Yeah, just to follow up on that, that was my question too. Is this a monopoly where we've only got one place to go for this, or is there a bidding process? But
No.
if it's a state
Brian, can-
established rates, then that's,
All these consultant engineers do have to be approved by the state, so we do have to select off of a list, which we normally do when we select for our bridge inspection program, which will be coming up here, that we'll be put in front of you commissioners. They do have to be on the approved list to provide those inspections, and that time, that's when those rates are submitted to the DOT for approval.
Do you know what kind of hoops they have to jump through to get approved for that list?
I am not sure.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Miller?
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter K, action to approve agreement 25-05, a short form agreement between the Brookings County Highway Department and Banner Associates, Inc. for design and bidding services for SN 0306-248-040. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments? Same as last. Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter L, action to approve agreement 26-06, a short form of agreement between the Brookings County Highway Department and Banner Associates, Inc. for design and bidding services for SN 06-320-235. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments? Same thing. Call the roll, please.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter M, action to approve the Brookings Register, Volga Tribune, Tri-City Star, and Elkton Record as the legal papers for Brookings County in 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments?
This is done annually at the first meeting of January of every year where we list the newspapers that will be considered legal papers for the county for next year or for this year.
All right. Any other comments? Hearing none. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Letter N, action to approve the official depositories for Brookings County funds and monies for 2026 as follows: Richland State Bank, Bankstar Financial, Citizen State Bank, First Bank and Trust of Brookings, Dakota Bank, First Interstate Bank, and Central Bank. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Letter O, action to approve the rural access infrastructure funding applications for 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Nope, I
Actually,
guess
we need to
gotta
do
it
these one at
separately,
a
don't we?
time.
Okay. So, number one, Aurora Township. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Post.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number two, Eureka Township. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
I just like, ask a question. All these, Stacy, you guys have went through all these and everybody is, satisfactory, done everything in order to be approved?
Yes. Yep.
And I reviewed all of them. I visited each site and verified off of our RAIF inventory, rural access infrastructure inventory that's on the state website. I verified that these structures were indeed in poor condition, and also if I did have questions with the township, I reached out to them to make sure that what they're filling out on their application was what they were actually intending to replace or increase the size. So there was instances where I did reach out to them. So there was a little legwork done on that, but I recommended all these for approval to Stacy.
Question, Brian, at what time do you meet with the contractor then, before they start the construction, or during, or the whole time?
That's the intention. I do ask the townships that they have the contractor reach out to me. Most of the time, pipes already on the ground. prior to the start of the project, and I can kind of verify what they put in, but I do go through and review at the end of the project, one, their bills, and then two, the actual install on the ground. And then a little background now, we are going back through our previous year's projects and actually re-inventorying them to put on the RAIF website to update that.
Okay, very good. All right. Any other comments? This is for Eureka. Call the roll, please.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 3, Laketon Township number 1. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments on this? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 4, Laketon Township number 2. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments on this? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter 5, Oak Lake Township number 1. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none. Call the roll, please.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter 6, Oak Lake Township number 2. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments on this one?
I'd just like to thank the township individuals for putting this. We have 6 townships that applied for this. I want to thank Stacy and Brian for their hard work as well. Just put Brookings County in a good spot to maintaining our township roads. I just want to say thanks to those folks.
Any other comments? Call the roll, please.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, number 7, Oak Lake Township number 3. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Call the roll, please.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, number 8, Sterling Township. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And number 9, Volga Township. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Post,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you very
I'd
much.
like just to point out on the screen, that was included in your packet, just some of the, kind of the synopsis of what we've done. We received our initial funding for this program, the Rural Access Infrastructure Program, in 2022. Received some initial funding then. We approved our first applications in '23. So here in '26, this will be the 4th year of this program, and you can see there kind of the revenue that we've received from the state, actual expenses that we have seen. If if we have this, hopefully. We have just under $1 million still left to spend. So, this is all state money. This is all money that has to be used for township culvert projects. So, again, we encourage townships to do this. I do reach out to them all in like June, I believe. I try to do that so that they have time to meet the deadlines for this program. But we've had pretty good, we've had a lot of success with the townships that have been participating in this. So, again, if there's townships that have questions, just reach out. I'm more than happy to sit down and visit with you about this program, see if you can take advantage of it.
I think it'd be interesting or beneficial to have this spreadsheet at the township meeting and show townships that attend how much has been spent in each township and the benefits of it also.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any indication that the state will be providing to refill this fund, or is it a one-time and done?
They've given some money here over their, early 22, 23, 24. I don't know that there's any indication that they're going to continue to fund this. I've even heard that if after so many years, if the money isn't spent, they'll ask for it back. So we do keep this, and it's in a completely separate fund. These monies can stay completely separate from any other funds that we have with the county. So no indication that there's more money coming down the road. If anything, I'm afraid that they would probably take it back. So that's why we're more than happy to get this money spent with these townships, so that if and when that does happen, we've tried to do as much as we can here in Brookings County to help those townships out.
Yeah, I think if we do bring this to the town and townships meeting, it maybe encourage more of our townships to take a harder look and help out with that, so.
Use it or lose it.
Yep, I appreciate all your guys' work, thank you very much. All right, moving on, letter P, action to approve a request to fill vacancy for 4 temporary election workers in the finance department. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, any comments?
The only comment I guess I think that we would make is this would be for the finance office to hire up to 4 temporary election workers. These folks help our office with the absentee voting that goes on prior to the primary and the general election, and they're much needed, so we appreciate it.
Yes. Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Letter Q, action to approve cell phone reimbursements for the 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? I have a motion and a second. Any comments?
This list is presented every year at this time, and then any new authorizations are approved individually throughout the year, but this is the cumulative list that you see at the beginning of each year.
All right, any other comments, additional comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Letter R, action to approve the Brookings County Media Relations Policy. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Comments?
So this was brought to our attention when we had our recent safety or our loss control walkthrough with safety benefits throughout the county. And the one thing they suggested that we get in place is a media relations policy. So I drafted this policy. State's Attorney Dan Nelson has reviewed this, and so then this would help with our compliance with our loss control survey.
Sheriff, did you have something like this that it kind of goes by? Anything like that? Yeah. Does it mirror it pretty much? Okay. All right. Any other comments?
So this is a liability thing. Somebody says the wrong thing and we get sued.
Correct.
Is there an enforcement mechanism to it? I guess I didn't catch that when I browsed through it, but I didn't.
I think there was on the bottom, compliance failure to do the policy may result in corrective action.
Yeah.
Any other comments? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries. Letter S, action to approve the exempt employee compensation policy in 27 pay periods years. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
At the last meeting, it was brought to your attention that 2026 will have 27 pay periods. You assigned some dollars then at year end to cover that 27th pay period. And then just due to the timing of that, working with HR and payroll, exempt staff, and this only affects really exempt staff, we're given the option this time for 2026 to either be paid over 26 or 27 pay periods in 2026. However, when this happens again in the future, we wanted to set a policy that would establish that it would be paid over 27 pay periods. Again, State's Attorney Dan Nelson has reviewed this policy. This only happens about once every 11 years, so it's not something that it happens often, but we wanted to have this policy in place moving forward after 2026, so there are no questions again.
All right. Any additional comments? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Letter T, discussion and action to approve board assignments and liaison assignments for 2026. Do I have a motion to approve? Do we not? Okay, discuss it first. Okay, I didn't know if we had to do that or not. All right, does everybody have a copy of that? All right, so
But basically, what you've done in the past is just gone kind of down the list and, filled in, we'll fill in those names, and then at the end, you make a motion to approve the entire list.
all right. So I guess first on the list, BCOAC Advisory Board, which is monthly, there's 2 positions. I can continue to stay on mine. Commissioner Jensen's on the other side.
Yep.
Would you want to stay on that one too? So that one's there. The next one is Brookings Area Transit Authority, the Beta. That's a quarterly. Commissioner Miller, you're on that?
I'd stay on that one.
Stay on that one, okay. And then we also have Brookings Regional Railroad Authority as needed. You're on that as well, Mr. Commissioner Miller. You want to stay on that one too?
I'm okay with that, yep.
Okay.
I'll keep the other one.
And we have the other one, okay. And then we do have Brookings Economic Development Corp., which that has dissolved, which it turned into the Brookings Regional Growth Alliance. That's their legal name, and I serve on that, and so I can stay on that one as well.
Commissioner Hatzler, can you repeat the name of that again?
Oh, absolutely. It's the Brookings Regional Growth Alliance. They have not created their DBA yet, so that is that merged organization with the Chamber, BDC, Visit, and Downtown. Then
I'd like to keep that alternate.
Then we have an alternate for that. You want to keep that one?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have Brookings County Extension Board quarterly. Commissioner Post, you were on that last year?
Yep, I'll keep there.
You want to keep that one? Okay. Domestic Abuse Shelter. I was on that one, but I'd be willing to give that one up if anybody has any interest.
I would have interest in that one.
Okay. So I'll change that to Commissioner Miller. And then we have Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness Board. Commissioner Miller, you are on that one last year.
Yes, I would like to stay on that one.
Continue on that one? Okay.
It's a good board.
East Central Regional Communication Council. Looks like I get put on that one, being the chair. And then Commissioner Vanderwall being vice, so that is one change. And then First District Associated for Local Governments quarterly. Commissioner Vanderwall. Yep. You want to remain on that one? Okay. Growth Partnership Board quarterly. I can remain on that one as well. Hospital Board ex officio monthly. Commissioner Miller, that was you. Do you want to stay on that?
I would be okay with that one.
If anybody else?
Anybody else interest?
Okay.
I'll do it if you doesn't want to.
What was that?
I would do it if you don't want to. That's up to you.
Okay, you can have it. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Changing that one, Commissioner Jensen. So we have Housing and Redevelopment Commission quarterly. Commissioner Post, you were on that.
Yeah, I guess Dave and I had discussed he may be a better fit on that one.
Okay. Want to take that one, Commissioner Miller?
Yep.
All right, moving that one to Commissioner Miller. Interlakes Community Action Governing Board, bi-monthly. Commissioner Post, you were on that one as well?
Yeah, Dave was gonna take that one.
Dave's.
Yep.
Commissioner Miller will be sitting on that one as well. Joint Powers Board, quarterly. I would be willing to give that up if anybody would like to take that one, or I can keep it.
will. I've never
Commissioner
been on-
Jensen?
I've never been on it, so.
Okay. So Commissioner Jensen will take joint powers. And Stacy, will you want to stay on that as well? Yes. Okay.
Keep me in line.
Intergovernment Meeting Group, quarterly. Commissioner Jensen, you were on that one.
Yeah.
You want to remain on that one? And then also Commissioner Vanderwall, you were on that as well. You want to keep that one as well? All right. Local Emergency Planning Committee, LEPC, that will be Hostler moving forward for this year. And then Planning and Zoning Board, Commissioner Vanderwall, you were in one of those. You want to continue on that? Commissioner Post, you were the alternate?
Yeah,
You
I'll
want to
keep that.
continue on that? Public Affairs Committee, I mean, that's up in the air, so I don't know with the merged organization if it's really going to be what they're going to do for sure or not. I think
You want to just keep it for now?
we
and
can keep
then-
it for now and see if they,
Okay.
yeah, what they do. Weed and Pest Board member, Commissioner Post, you were on that. You wanna
Yeah, I'll
stay on
see
one?
that through.
Okay. And then Youth and Family Services Advisory Board for JDC as needed. I can stay on that one as well. And also Juvenile Detention Alternate Innovative, JDAI quarterly. I can stay on that one as well. Madera Township Drainage, we had Commissioner Jensen and Commissioner Post on those. Do you guys
Yep.
want to stay on both of those? Samara Avenue Project, we have Commissioner Jensen, Commissioner Vanderwall. Do you guys want to continue with that?
Yep.
Okay. 214 Project, you guys, Jensen and Vanderwall, you want to continue with that one as well? Okay. County Coroner, we have Dave Erickson appointed to that. Want to just continue with that, Sheriff? Yes. Is there anything? Okay. And then you as Deputy Coroner? And also the deputies? And then Highway and Superintendent, 2-year appointment, expires 2025.
You
Brian?
take that?
I'll keep that.
Are you sure? All right, moving into department liaisons. We have the BCOAC. I would give that up, being that I'm picking up another one if
I would.
Commissioner Jensen, got to be on the advisory board for that, so.
Okay. I was point of contact, they called you a week ago.
Christmas Eve?
Yep.
Yep,
I'm on their phone list, so.
yep. Yeah, I did update Joe's number on that with them. I think they reached out to him. Community Health, Commissioner Post, you were on that?
Yep.
You want to continue? Emergency Management, that will go to Hostler. Equalization.
Yep.
Commissioner Vanderwall, you want to continue? Extension Board Matter. Post, you were on there? continue with that. Finance, Commissioner Miller, you were on that one. Do you want to make any changes, or?
Doug has,
I was interested in taking that one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So.
fine with that, I guess.
Go to Post.
Say that again, sorry.
Post is going to be taking over that. Highway Superintendent, Commissioner Jensen, you want to continue with that?
Yep.
Registrar, Commissioner Miller, you had that one. Do you want to continue with that one?
Yep.
And I was liaison for the Sheriff's Office. I can continue with that. And also State's Attorney. I can continue with that as well. Weed and Pest, Commissioner Post, since you're on the board. And Zoning and Drainage,
Yep.
Commissioner Vanderwall. All right. Any questions or concerns or anything? We didn't miss any, did we?
Nope, I think I've got everything. I will make some corrections and get all the new names added in and get that, I'll send that out then to all of you, so you have it.
All right, very good. So now, I would look for a motion to approve the assignments for 26.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any additional comments? Hearing none. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Number 10, Commission Department Director Report.
The strategic plan for the county was included with my report. As I stated in my annual review that was back in October, I think we could use kind of a concentrated review of this. It's something that I think either the commissioners could do in a special session, or I could work on developing an internal committee with some staff and maybe a couple of commissioners to look at this. I guess looking just for some direction on how you would like to handle that.
Any ideas or comments?
The strategic plan was developed, back in 2016, so it's about 10 years old, so I think it could stand to just have a good once-over, a good thorough once-over, rather than just a kind of a cursory glance, so.
I think initially, all the commissioners, we sat down and did this. I think
Yes.
all the commissioners should be involved with keeping it together. I mean, you mean updating it and stuff? I mean,
Like I said, I mean, if we want to do a commission work session, we would schedule that, maybe at the end of a regular commission meeting, at an upcoming meeting. And then, we can either move into the exec session room, so it's a little bit easier to kind of visit across the table, or the community room or whatnot, but, and give it a more,
Would the next meeting work? The first meeting in February, we have that drainage.
right. Yeah, the next meeting would be fine.
Would be fine.
We could do that at the end.
yep.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right, sounds good. We can schedule
And
that.
the strategic plan, I mean, discuss it, it would be open to the public, correct?
Yes. You received an invitation for the Volga Fire Department County Feed. That's coming up next Monday, the 12th. Starts at 5:30 with the social. You also received an invitation from Power on Midwest for an upcoming open house informational meeting. The one in Brookings is next Wednesday, the 14th, from 4 to 6 out at the Brookings Inn and Convention Center. So that invitation, that was also part of my report. You did receive a thank you from the Brookings Public Library for the additional funds that you approved at the last meeting. Colin Zwaska with the banner provided this information. I think it's kind of good information on the Bridge Improvement Grant, or the BIG program we've been talking about. This was established, I think, back in 2016 at the state level. This gives, this is a document that Banner Associates created talking about that program, but I think it's just kind of good information and kind of a general overview of that program, and that was included with my report. The GFNP's annual wildlife damage program report. It's a fairly lengthy kind of catalog magazine that the GFNP puts together every year. If you would like to see that, it is in my office, and you can come, feel free to stop by and take a look at that. Other than that, I think it's just some of those upcoming dates. The first couple, we've talked about the Volga Fire Feed Power, Fire Department County Feed, the Power on Midwest Open House. Brookings Day at the Capitol is Wednesday, January 21st. I know Bob had said that he is going and is willing to take passengers. I did reserve the Durango for that day for anyone who wants to take it as well to Pier, so that is available. I just have to coordinate when you're going to leave and whatnot. And then offices are closed for President's Day on the 16th, and then it was brought up a little bit earlier, the Towns and Townships meeting with regard to the Rural Access Infrastructure Funding. That meeting is coming up February 26th. It's a Thursday, and it's out at the BCOAC at 10 o'clock. And that's all I have, unless you have some questions for me.
The only question I got on the Brookings Day at the Capitol, as soon as they have an agenda, could you get it to us?
Yeah, I'll have to look. I don't know that I specifically get one. I don't know. I'll have to look to see if there is something out on like the Chamber's website or something, but I can sure take a look and see if I can track one down.
Okay.
And I can reach out and see what they have put together. I think we have a meeting coming up next week, I believe. So
I just didn't know how early in the day it would start, and
I think typically, they've left at like 6 in the morning. Is that?
I want to say,
Load the
you know,
bus
yeah,
out
you
there.
usually leave, like with the Chamber, when they take the Leadership Brookings group, they leave, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm guessing it's probably like about a 9:30 start out in Pier then,
Yep.
with it being about a 3-hour drive. So, but I'll take a look, or if you see something.
Yeah, I'll send an email to the board and
Sounds good.
And see if we can get a agenda sent to us. So, all right. Any additional, Kristen?
The one question I have is, will county offices be closed on Monday, the 19th of January, too?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
Good catch. I don't have that on there for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. Number 11, State's Attorney Office Report.
I'll plan to give my year-end review. If the sheriff's going to give his next meeting, I'll probably give mine the meeting after. So,
Okay.
other than that, I have nothing to report.
All right. Number 12, Commissioner Report and Discussion Items. Commissioner Vanderwall.
Thank you. Just one event that Commissioner Jensen and I attended on December 17th, a Wednesday. We attended the East Brookings Business annual meeting. It was good discussions, and they were looking for a 214 project update, so we updated them with what we knew, and it was good to get together. That's my report. Short with the holidays. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Commissioner Vanderwall. Commissioner Post.
Nothing to report.
Commissioner Post, nothing to report. Commissioner Miller.
Same with me. At the holidays, I have nothing to report.
All right, Commissioner Jensen.
on the 17th, noon, I had a Conservation District meeting. Part of the agenda there was a letter of, was to sign a letter of support for the Maderi drainage project out down south here, and I explained there was numerous people on the board that never knew that was even happening or where it was at, and when I went through explaining everything to them, they drafted a letter of support for the project to continue to move forward. That was part of the requirements by the state and the federal to move forward with the project. Later that evening, like Kelly said, we're East Brookings Business District. We gave a report on the 214th project. It was also some good reports on the new water treatment facility. Also, in the business district out there, some plans in the future for expansion, and then lots available for businesses and stuff. It was a pretty good meeting. And I did talk with Matt Bray yesterday, District Supervisor in Watertown for the DOT, about the rumble strips at the 2 locations here in Brookings County. He is currently at 10 o'clock this morning having a meeting with the regional supervisor for the state, and they will be discussing those rumble strips, and the contractor. They haven't been able to contact the contractor to set down a date, but it's on there. I gave him a notice, and hopefully we get an answer here in the future, here, hopefully this morning. If I do, I'll let everybody know. So that's all I have.
All right. And me, on December 12th, we had a BEDC board meeting, the final board meeting, which the board of directors officially voted to dissolve and join the Brookings Regional Growth Alliance, which is the new merged organization we talked about earlier. On the 13th, we had a Brookings Regional Growth Alliance CEO Search Committee meeting. That is moving along. In fact, next week, we have a couple meetings with some narrowed down candidates. They've had about 70 candidates interest, which the search company, Cohen Taylor, out of the cities that was contracted, has narrowed that down to the best 6 to 8, which the board will be notified of next week, and then interviews will start later in the week there. So that is, it's an exciting thing to move into that new organization. On the 19th, we did have the Brookings Regional Growth Alliance board meeting, accepted all of the agencies. The 4 organizations did vote to merge and disband their areas. I want to thank the boards for all 4 organizations for their hard work. We will be putting together some advisory committees that we'll be looking at the different pillars and different areas in that organization. So there will be more options and time to serve and assist the community and the region as a whole. On the 30th, we had our last meeting for the Brookings Regional Growth Alliance, and then on the 30th as well, I attended the Dakota Bioworks announcement out at the Innovation Campus, where they received just under or around $900,000 from the South Dakota GOED Governor's Economic Development. It was a well-attended, and serving on the board of the research park, seeing what kind of innovation the Bioworks does and companies that they bring in. It's very exciting, and that funding will go a long way to help with farmers, producers in the state, and also bringing more economic development and companies to South Dakota. And that is my report. Number 13, executive session in accordance with SDCL 125-2. I do not believe we have an executive session. That would bring us to number 14, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.